we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Chiefs and the Rams on Sunday night.
Here's Evan McPherson. Off we go here on Sunday Night Football. Williams now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
He'll get this complete to Wiley, his tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebacker.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that third down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
The kick is good. Makes the score Rams 7, Chiefs nothing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. It's another run here for Williams. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Ronnie Stanley, the former 6th overall pick, guilty there. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
To return is Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This one's going to be taken in over the middle.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This one from 54 yards out. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. He's to midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
You know, Mike, for a lot of guys in the league, the best way to make an impact as a rookie is through special teams. And anytime you can make yourself valuable, find a way to contribute, you do it. And that was a heck of a return right there.
The Rams offense ready to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Rams go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Manning. He's going to tuck it and go. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll get about 2. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard.
To the air is Manning. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
One of the tight ends motions right. On 3rd down, it's Manning. Open man, right side. He's got it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Manning. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. The Rams out to the early lead. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now, Manning. Hit as he threw it, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's Bryce Baringer now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
This one, deep downfield for Mingo. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Henry. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the second time. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Back to throw is Manning. Quick throw here is complete. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Receiver in motion. Going right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Looking to throw is Manning. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. Now a 3rd and 2. Putting the tight end in motion. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll try to run for it. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Here's Manning. Quick throw, taken in. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Taking off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Williams in motion. He'll try and get there. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Kyren Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And as we move into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns. start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's 2nd and 9. Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw, it's Manning. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the play fake, here's Manning. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even 1st half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Unloads downfield, looking for Nacua. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. and it'll be second down. Back to the air one more time. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Chiefs offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Manning. Quick hitting slant there. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. To the air is Manning. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for KC. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2nd and 11. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Drake May, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Michael Penix leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Levis. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. They go play action with Levis. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within 1 possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
The Rams punting unit coming out. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with him again. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
A loss of 2.
3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Manning. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That is intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here at the 44.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Now it's Williams. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. On the give, it's Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Out of the shotgun, Levis. He's got a man. That's Nacua, complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake, it's Levis. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Levis to throw. He'll get this complete. It's Polk over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Looking to throw is Manning. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
One of the tight ends in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Manning. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Encroachment, deep. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, they'll run it. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Manning. He keeps it himself. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. He'll try the right side this time. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Here's Manning. Over the top, he's got it. Jared Wiley. Touchdown, Chiefs. That his 1st touchdown this year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Levis to throw. That one on target, and Polk's got it. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, L.A.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll go with Williams. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Levis to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. On the carry, it's Williams. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. They'll run it with Williams. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down. 1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
Offside. Defense. Still 2nd down.
Penalty yards marched off, and they'll try it again on 2nd and goal. Now, Levis. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. Yeah, I don't think this coach has much of a choice. I think he had to go for it. A field goal doesn't help you a whole lot. They're trying to take the lead here late in the game, but what a stand by this defense coming through, keeping them out of the end zone.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now, Manning. There's that man again, another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the 13-yard line.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. To throw, it's Manning. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Still 3rd down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Levis. Nacua snags it over the middle. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now Levis. This complete to Pope. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? To throw is Levis. He's got his big tight end, Henry. Here comes 2nd down. On play action, here's Levis. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. From the gun, it's Levis. Right side, complete to Nacua. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
Now, this is textbook route running. Everything from the way he attacked their leverage with speed, and then when he crosses face, that's the indication for the quarterback to release the ball. Ball's on target, great run, great route, big pickup.
Here's Levis. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Kyron Williams, the intended receiver there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They go play action. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. That one caught by Pope. And good work there by the defense. They stop him at the 9 to force 4th down. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
What a stand there. 4th and goal. Game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Down to a knee, one more time. And that should just about do it. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a music. Tantalizing, grab hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound has been found and you're